So this is how we were able to achieve $100,000 in 10 days with this high-ticket Shopify dropshipping strategy. Hey guys, welcome to the YouTube channel. My name is Camille Satter, known as the ECOM King, and in today's video, I'm going to be teaching you my high-ticket dropshipping strategy for 2022. And this strategy that we're using right now, we've been able to achieve $100,000 in 10 days with a 40% profit margin. So what I'm going to be teaching you today is what is high-ticket dropshipping, what are the pros and cons to it, what are the best-selling niches, how to find the best-selling products in these niches. I'm going to be teaching you how to find logistics and suppliers for your high-ticket dropshipping products, because I believe that the suppliers and the logistics is the hardest part. I'm also going to be showing you some websites selling high-ticket products so you can understand what makes a successful website in this industry. And then I'm going to be showing you what the best platforms are to advertise your high-ticket products to get sales. Now, what I've done to make your life easier is I've created a free Google Doc sheet with all the information in it, and the most important part of this free Google Doc sheet is I've given you the links to each supplier I'd recommend for these different niches, and that is the most important part. So if you want to get access to that free Google Doc sheet, make sure we hit 2,000 likes on this video, and then I'll leave it in the pinned comment and in the description below. Now, if you've been wanting to learn high-ticket dropshipping, then this is going to be the best video for you, so make sure you watch this video in full and you watch it again to get all the information out of the video, and make sure you get your pen and paper ready and you get your laptop so you can follow along. Let's get straight into it. So the first thing I want to show you guys is a Shopify dropshipping store using this high-ticket strategy, and this is me and my business partner store, Verdank. And if you look at the draft orders page, there's only 3 draft orders, and if I go straight to the analytics page, you can see it refreshes into showing 92,000 euros, almost 93,000 euros, and this is from the 14th of February to the 24th of February 2022, and you can see we achieved just shy or just around about $100,000 depending on the conversion rate of the day. But as you guys can see, that is the Shopify store. If I show you the average order value, you can see it's around about 137 euros, which translates to around about $170 to $180. So now I've shown you my Shopify dashboard and shown you the proof that this strategy works. What is high-ticket dropshipping? Now, high-ticket dropshipping is the exact same as normal dropshipping. The only difference is you're selling more expensive products. Now, what I consider to be a high-ticket product is a price range between $100 and $1,000. Now, this is about how much you're selling the product for on your website. Now, you're probably thinking, can you go over $1,000? Of course, you can go up to around about $5,000 to $10,000 in terms of selling products. But I only recommend that you go up to $1,000, because anything over that, then you're taking on way too much risk, and I personally wouldn't recommend it, and I don't even do that myself. Now, if you're selling a product, let's say for $500 or $300, but people have ordered like 6 of them and your actual order amount goes to, let's say, $2,000, that's completely fine. I'm talking about the actual independent product that you're selling for. I wouldn't recommend going over $1,000 just because of the risk tolerance. So what are the pros and cons of high ticket dropshipping? So the pros are a high profit margin of around about 30 to 60%. Now that store I just showed you, we're doing around about 40 to 45% profit margin, which is insane. Another pro is you're gonna have better quality customers. The people that buy from you tend to buy more from you. They tend to have a really good customer relationship with you, and they also tend to stay with you for long periods of time, which means you got a better customer lifetime value. The other thing is better shipping times. Now, this is a pro and a con because shipping's harder, but the actual shipping times tend to be a lot better, and there's less competition. So not as many people do high ticket dropshipping because it's a lot harder to do. There's a higher skill set that's involved. So there's less people doing it, which means it's actually, if you were able to do it, a little bit easier to actually see success. So the negative points about high ticket dropshipping is you're going to need a bigger budget to get started. You're going to need around about $2,000 to $4,000 to get started. And the reason why is because it costs more money to advertise products in this industry, because you're competing with other brands that are selling more expensive products, which naturally makes it a little bit more expensive to actually advertising. And in terms of like making a website and a theme, you're going to have to go more premium because you're selling more premium products, so it actually makes it more expensive. Now, there's more risk to high ticket dropshipping because your product value, meaning how much it's costing you to buy these products. Instead of buying a product from AliExpress for $20, $30, you're buying it for, let's say, $200, $300. So if anything's to go wrong in the pipeline of your store, your actual inventory value is a lot more because you're selling higher ticket products. So let's say you're selling a product for $300 and something goes wrong, they receive the product and it's not what they think it is, you're going to have to refund them, so there's more actual money on the line, and the products need to match the actual price tag. So if you're selling a product for $300 and they think it's only worth $200 or $100, you're going to get customer complaints. Now, for dropshipping websites like AliExpress, Wholesale and CJ, you can't really use them for large items because they don't have good shipping lines for them, so you have to find find independent dropshipping suppliers that are specially designed for that industry, so it can cause a few issues finding suppliers that will actually work for you. It's also harder to advertise your high ticket dropshipping products because it's more expensive to use Google and Facebook to advertise, and when working with influencers it's a little bit more complicated, and I'll be going over that a little bit later. Now, there's a high demand for customer service, so when you're selling products for $500, people are expecting a $500 customer service, so you will need to get a really good customer service set up, or a back-end setup, or a virtual system setup, or you're going to have to hire VAs. And the shipping prices can be a little bit expensive, so you will either have to absorb that into your product price, or you'll have to start charging for shipping. These are the best high ticket Shopify dropshipping niches, and the first niche is going to be the extreme sports niche. And as you guys can see on the screen, there's something called Earth Extreme Sports, and that's considered skateboarding, longboarding, sandboarding, anything to do with the actual earth. And if we scroll down, you're going to see that there's something called Water Extreme Sports. And if we look at the categories, you've got things surfing, water skiing, bodyboarding. So there's loads of different ones. That I will leave a link to this in the cheat sheet so you can see all the different extreme sports there are that you can sell in. So if we go to AliExpress, you can see that I've searched for skateboard and I've sorted it by price, and you can see that you can sell these different extreme skateboards to people. So this could be one of the products that you might want to sell on your website, and you can see it's going to cost you $653 to actually buy one of these skateboards. Now, I'm not saying you should sell those types of skateboards. You could literally just sell a basic looking skateboard with a fancy design on it, like one of these, and these are going to cost you $100, and you could sell them for, let's say, $350. You don't have to go super premium, but you could do anything to do with one of these industries. Then what you might want to do is you might want to go back on here and search for something like ski boarding or something like bodyboarding and find products that way. Now, the second niche is high-end tech, and as you guys can see on AliExpress, I've typed in camera tripod. Now, camera tripod is considered just a tech product, but if you sort it by price, then it's going to show you the high-end version of this type of tripod. And you can see here they're selling these tripods for $500, $200, another $200. So they're showing you the high-end version of something to do with this type of tech. Now, there's loads of different tech. You've got iPhone chargers, you've got camera cases, you've got loads of different things inside of tech, but all you're looking for is the high-end version, and this is a very niched market for professionals. Now, the third niche is the luxury clothing and luxury fashion niche, and that does not mean that you're selling fake Louis Vuitton or Louis Vuitton. It means that you're selling luxury quality clothing in terms of the design, the quality of it is luxury, and it has that luxury feel and look to it. It does not mean you're selling any designer brands. That is really not what this is about. It's about selling things that have perceived value to be luxury and very good quality, and in terms of you can see that being worn by a very famous celebrity. So the fifth niche is going to be the luxury home decor and furniture industry, and that's things like chandeliers, that's things like sofas, that's things like coffee tables, these things like kitchen stools. These are great things that you can sell, but they've got to have a luxury feel and look to them. So these are the best free ways to find potential winning high ticket products. So the first thing you want to do is you want to head over to TikTok and search for the name that you're looking for in terms of the niches that I've talked about. So I'm looking for the luxury furniture niche. If you're looking for skateboarding, type in skateboarding, or type in extreme sports, or type in canoeing. If you're looking for things like home appliances, type in home appliances, or type in vacuum cleaner or something like that, one of the niches that I've mentioned. Then what you want to do is you want to become a very good detective. It's about being a good detective to find good products. So I've gone to top, and you can see this video's got 114,000 views. So if I click on it and I watch this video says I would sell my soul to sleep here. So what they're trying to imply is I would love to be able to live in a house like this that's got all this beautiful furniture. You can see in this video, look at all this luxury looking furniture that's being displayed in this video. So people want their homes to look like this. So what I would want to do is I would want to look at this video and look at what items are in this video. So you can see here, they've got a luxury little lamp here. So this is what we call a standing lamp. It's made out of gold. That could be one item that I searched for on AliExpress. Then they've got this gold coffee table. Then they've got this nice looking modern luxury chair. So these are different things that I might want to look for on AliExpress to actually find a product. So you can see this luxury chandelier here. So as you guys can see here, I've typed in luxury chandelier, and you can see I find something that's very similar. You can see this looks very similar. This looks very similar to what's being shown in this video. So another video that I found has got 5.8 million views, and it's a video showing this high-end luxury folding dining table. So it's a massive dining table that converts into a small table. So I might want to look for luxury folding dining tables because it's gone from being this massive table to being this small table, and it keeps that beautiful high-end look. So the next strategy is to head over to Pinterest and search for the same search term. So I've searched for luxury furniture, and you want to filter it by the shopping feature. So these are people that are actually trying to sell you furniture on Pinterest, and you want to scroll through all of these and you want to look for all of these different designs, and you want to find out the names of them. So you can see here they've called this table the Armor bedside table. So you want to take that name and search for it on AliExpress, or you want to search for it on a private supplier that I'll be showing you later. So you want to look for all of these nice looking designs, and you want to try and see if you can find something similar to them on your supplier's website. Now what you want to do is you want to cross-reference this to what's being sold on ads. So if I head over to the ad library, I've typed in luxury sofa, and you can see all of these different advertisers selling these luxury sofas, and you can see the first 3 ads are not even trying to sell you the furniture, they're trying to get you to inquire about it, because these must be extremely expensive. If they're not got a shop now button, it means they're very high ticket. Now if we scroll down, the ones that I've got learn more are more about converting you to being a customer on the website, but you can see you're trying to look for the ones that has shop now. You can see these ones have got shop now, these ones have got shop now. So these ones might be the ones that you might want to look into. But in terms of actual sofa furniture, these one looks really nice. So you might want to find sofas that look similar to this on your supplier's website. So you always want to cross-reference what's being displayed on ads to what's being shown on Pinterest. Now, another great option to find high ticket potential winners is by heading over to websites like Peakster, and Peakster is a paid option, but this is going to speed up the process slightly, because what you can do is you can head over to a section called winners, and you can change the price range from $0, and you can take it all the way up to $100, so $100 to $1,000, and then it's going to show you winning proven products in the actual high ticket industry. So it's coming up with a modern luxury feather LED floor lamp. And remember, we saw a floor lamp in those TikTok videos. It's showing you all of these different high ticket products from the tech industry to the home appliance industries. So this is a quicker way to find these winning products. Now, another cool option you've got on Peakster to find potential winning products is by going over to the product spy tool. And this is showing you winning Facebook Live ads. And you want to head over to where it says keywords and type in those keywords that are in your industry. So I've typed in home. So now it's showing me products on Facebook in the home industry that are doing really, really well. Now, another example of this is I've typed in decor. It's related to my home furniture industry, and you can see it showing me Facebook video ads from a few months ago and a few days ago in the decor industry, and I want to filter through these and find a high ticket product on these ads. So let's talk about suppliers for high ticket dropshipping, because I do believe that this is the most important part of the process, and if you get this wrong, then things can go to shambles. Now, it's not as simple as going to AliExpress, CJ, WeO to do this process. You will have to find independent suppliers that specify in each one of these niches for you to get a good logistics set up. Now, as you guys can see on the screen, I'm on this website called FIFFurnitureInFashion.com. Now, this is a supplier that specializes in just furniture for the whole home. You can see they're selling living room furniture, dining room, bedroom, TV stands, everything to do with home furniture. Now, this is what we call an independent supplier. So they've got their own website, they've got their own factories, their own warehouses. Now, you're probably thinking, do these guys even offer drop shipping? If you scroll down to the bottom, you can see here about drop shipping. If we go to the drop shipping page, you can see drop shipping services, and they explain how it actually works. And then you've got the sign up now button. Now, why do you have to use an independent supplier like this? So you can see I'm on AliExpress, and you can see I've searched for luxury chandelier, and you can see a lot of these suppliers don't even offer the standard AliExpress shipping. The ones that do, look at how expensive it is. It's $81. This one's $204. So for you just to ship the product for 3 weeks, it would take as well, it's going to cost you $100 on average. And if you put that into your product pricing, you're going to be left with a small margin. Now, the reason why this is so expensive is because China are not the best when it comes to big packages. Anything that's a big package, you're going to struggle to get it into your customer's country, and you're going to be paying stupid rates and really slow shipping times. So the great thing about these independent suppliers is they're not based in China, they're based in Europe, England, or they're based in America. And you can see they've got fast delivery times. So normally the delivery times are normally between 3 and 7 days. Sometimes it can be a little bit longer, but they are really, really fast. And the great thing is their actual shipping prices are really reasonable. They're a couple of tens of dollars. It can sometimes be $5, can sometimes be $30. Sometimes they even offer free delivery. So you can see here, free delivery to the most of the UK. So that's just for the UK, but sometimes they do offer free delivery. Now, even if they do offer delivery for, let's say, $20, you can just put that into your product pricing and it won't hurt. And normally with high ticket drop shipping, you do charge your customers a shipping fee, and you can charge them all the way up to $9.99. So that can absorb a lot of the cost. And you can see that these suppliers offer really amazing images, really amazing products as well. You can see them here. They look absolutely amazing. Really high quality products as well, because they're made in the countries that they're actually based in as well. And the other great thing is their dedicated support team and service team are going to be absolutely amazing because they're English speaking and there's a lot of staff. Now, if we go to their dropshipping page, you can see how it works. You can set your own price, which is over what the furniture fashion price of the website is. The difference between those two prices is your profit. So basically, if you're buying it from them for $100 or £100 and you're selling it for $300, whatever the difference is your profit. When your customer purchases from your store, you can simply place an order online with us and we'll deliver it directly to the customer. In this way, the seller is responsible of the product, and Furniture in Fashion takes care of the fulfillment. So that's literally what we are doing, drop shipping. So you can see right there, that's literally how it works. And in terms of making it a process, you do have to sign up for this. So with a lot of independent suppliers like this, you do have to sign up, and sometimes you have to give them business documents like your corporation certificates, your LLC. So that's why it's very important you get your LLC made, your LTD made, and you're very professional when you do this, because you will have to sign up with them. Sometimes you have to get on an onboarding call as well. So do bear that all in mind. Now, you're probably thinking, Cam, that's great. You've shown us a furniture independent supplier for drop shipping. What about these other industries and niches that you've mentioned? Check this one out. This one's for the fashion. So if you're selling luxury fashion, you can see here all of these different designs here. And this is another independent supplier that's willing to do drop shipping for you. So if you scroll up, you can see drop shipping programs. And I do want to say this to you guys. Sometimes they will offer a normal program, and sometimes with these independent suppliers, you do have to pay an annual plan. And sometimes it can range from a couple of $100s to $1,000. So do bear that in mind. Some independent suppliers will want you to pay an actual plan. So do bear that in mind, guys. And this supplier even lets you do custom actual packaging, actual flyers. They let you do everything, so you can really make your own brand using a supplier like this. Now you're probably thinking, what about all these other suppliers, Cam, that I'm talking about? You guys can see in this free Google Doc sheet, I'm giving you independent suppliers for each one of these different industries. So when is it a good time to use things like AliExpress, CJ Dropshipping for high ticket dropshipping? Now the answer to that is, as long as they're offering free delivery and their product quality is good, then it's okay. Remember, those are the two problems you're going to face: delivery times, the charge of delivery, and the quality of the product. If you're selling this Hoover for, let's say, $362 and it is really bad, you're going to get a refund. So that's why it's so important. You can see it's got 4.9 star reviews. So really, it's probably a very good product, and it's got really good delivery times. So normally with the smaller types of products, like really small gadgets, things like this, you can get away with it. Now, the only other problem you've got is if you're selling branded things like Xiaomi products, I would stay away from it. So that's why independent suppliers are good, because normally they're not branded. There's no labels on them. But with these ones, there are. So you have to be very, very careful. So always do those 2 checks before you use AliExpress and CJ. But 9 times out of 10, guys, I would rather you guys use these independent suppliers, because you're going to get better delivery times, and you're going to get better quality products, better customer service, and you're also going to get non-labeled products. So now let's move on to website design for your high ticket products. So if you're selling it in a one product store, so let's say you find a high ticket product and you want to make it just a one product store, this is how it should look like. So this is a French selling market. So this product's being sold just in the French market, and it's a sleeping pillow. And you can see the logo here is very beautifully done, looks extremely professional. And you can see they've got home, order dreamer, FAQs, contact, track your order, the sleep magazine. And then you can see this banner here which says #1 neck pillow, French support 24/7, secure PayPal payments. So PayPal is very important when you're selling high ticket products. Then they've got really high quality, beautiful looking images that look like a pillow, contrast with the real image. Then they've got the wide shoes us. Then they've got another image showing the product in action. Then they've got the testimonials. Now, testimonials, especially video testimonials, are extremely important when you're selling high ticket products, and you don't want to alienate your audience by showing different types of people. Then it goes over the questions, and you must go over all the most frequently asked questions that you can think of, because when people are buying these expensive products, they want to know everything. Then they go over the magazines. They've actually got a free magazine talking about how you can, without paying for this pillow, get better sleep. And this is important. You want to come across like you're the authority by educating people on what they can do, but apart from buying your product, to get that desired outcome, if that's the type of product you're selling. Then they've got these trust icons at the bottom. Now, you must have a phone number on your website, because if people are buying a product for $500, they want to know if they can get hold of a human being if they have a problem. You also need to have an email. You also need to have your working hours. So if your working hours are 9 till 6, have it 9 till 6. Although your website's up 24 hours, how much time in the day can people get hold of you? Then you need to have at least some form of address, guys, because people want to know if something goes wrong, they know that this address is liable for the problem. Now, you must do this because people will only feel confident if they feel like a real human is behind this brand. So now I want to show you a high ticket website in the extreme sports industry, and you can see here it's to do with canoes and kayaking, and they've got this beautiful looking logo, and you've got this nice beautiful video as well, and videos work really well on high ticket stores. And then their website's not madly fancy, it's just got really high quality images. Images on your high ticket stores must be crystal clear like these ones, and you can see they've got testimonials again, and you can see the products they're selling are not cheap. They're $1,000 for one of these, and you can see that at the bottom they've got all their contact information as well, so they know where they're living, where the store is, and the person behind it in terms of the number and the email address. So it doesn't have to look crazy beautiful. This one does look really nice, but it's not madly beautiful. It just has all the information on there they need, and it's got the contact information, and they've got crystal clear images. Now, another website I want to show you is a skateboarding website, and this is part of the extreme sports, and you can see their logo here is large skateboard. It's a beautiful design logo. It's got a skateboard and then the brand name through the middle, and you can see if you scroll over this, there's different types of skateboards: pleasant, perfect, wonderful, and lifestyle. So there's different styles. This is really nicely done, guys, really professional. And this is a dropshipping store, by the way, and you can see the collection list here, the different ones they've got, and then you can see the different skateboards that they're currently selling. Now, for those that are wondering how would you get a beautiful one product store like the one that I showed you with the sleeping pillow, then in the free course that I released this year, I actually teach you how to make a one product store that looks very similar to that. So make sure you watch that if you want to build a one product store. Now, if you want to go into a niche, let's say extreme sports, let's say fashion, then you must go to these Shopify themes and buy a paid theme, because with the paid themes you can see here, and if you want to choose your category you can, the different industries are here you can choose from, but these are the best looking themes. You can see here all these themes look so beautiful because they're paid. Somebody's gone out there and spent time to design these because they've been paid to actually make them look really, really nice, guys. And this is what I was saying, this is why it costs a little bit more to do high ticket dropshipping, because you need to give people a premium look. So the last thing that I want to talk about when it comes to websites is having a payment plan operator in place. Now, this is something called Order Now, Pay Later. So you've got things like ClearPay, Afterpay, Klarna. This is where you buy something now, but you pay later. So you can see here, shop now and pay over 6 weeks, always interest free. Now, when you're selling products that are very high ticket, people don't want to pay for them all up front because they can't afford it, or they want to look after their cash flow. So if you give them the option to pay for something over 3 months interest free, then they're going to choose that option because it makes more sense. When it comes to your high ticket website, you must have a buy now, pay later option on your website if you want to get the best conversion rate possible. And if you don't believe me, go onto every website that are selling high ticket products. You'll see an option like this on there. Now let's talk about what the best marketing platforms are for high ticket dropshipping. So as you guys can see on the screen, I've searched for skateboard, and you can see all these Google shopping ads that are coming up for these different skateboards, and they range from $200 to all the way up to $1,000. Now, we find with our high ticket stores that Google shopping ads and display ads work really, really well. Now, if you're wondering how to do Google shopping ads, then I've actually made a free course, and I'll leave a link in the description. And my business partner, George, spends an hour and a half with you teaching you how to do Google shopping. I'm not going to teach you in this video because we teach it you in this video, but I will explain a few techniques that you can use. Now, with Google shopping ads, what the difference is the budget. The more you spend, the more likely you are to acquire a customer, because Google is all based on the cost per click. It's all based on the bidding system. So if you're selling a high ticket product like this, if you want to be on this Google shopping shelf, the bids to get on here are going to be pretty high. So that's why it costs a lot of money to advertise these products, because your bids are going to be having to be a lot higher. And in terms of how you should display your Google shopping ads, in terms of the way they look, you want to look at your best competitors and see how they're doing it. So single image skateboards, double-sided skateboards, images of the wheels and the skateboards. You want to split test these different images, and they've got to be clean white backdrop images. And you want to look at how they're doing their text. What are they doing? How are they explaining their product? They're showing it as a free gift plus $50, so you can see how they're doing it. So you got to understand how your competitors are being on here, because it's one thing to be on the shelf, but it's another thing to be on the first part of the shelf. Normally what puts people on the first part of the shelf, which is here instead of being in here, is the click-through rate. So if you're displayed here instead of here, it's because you're probably getting higher click-through rates. So what's giving them that higher click-through rate? You've got to really understand and learn how to do it. But like I said before, if you want to learn Google Shopping Ads, then make sure you watch this free course, because we'll teach you how to do it to a T. So when it comes to Facebook ads for high ticket drop shipping, it is a great option. As you can see here, this is an example of an extreme sports ad for pedal and chain. They're selling this electric bike, and you can see that the image ad that they're using is a simple white drop image of the product, high quality image. Still thinking about going electric? Use code return50 for £50 off your order. 5-star reviews, best price guaranteed, free delivery, 14-day returns. So they're going over the different things that people want to know. They want to know that there's a guarantee. They will also want to know that there's a return policy, and they also want to know what the delivery option is for something like this. And then here you can see their ad title, and you can also see how it's actually displayed here in terms of the way they look with the emojis. Now, when it comes to high ticket dropshipping on Facebook ads, my best example of this is I find that image ads work the best. I just don't know what it is with image ads, or image ads and carousel ads perform way better than video ads, and I just don't know what it is with high ticket, but that's what performs the best. When it comes to Facebook ad strategies for high ticket dropshipping, whatever ad strategy that you're currently using, whether it be mine from the free course or somebody else's that you're learning, the only difference to that strategy you should be changing is the budget that you're using. So let's say you're spending $50 a day on the actual campaign that you're running now for your low ticket product. If you were to sell a high ticket product, you'd probably need to spend between $100 and $200 a day on that product. So if you're used to a 10 ad set strategy with 3 ads under each ad set, do the same again, but just change the budget. That's literally the only difference when it comes to high ticket ads for Facebook. So you can see here, this is one of my fashion stores, and this is a high ticket fashion store, by the way. Our average order value is around about $200 for this store, and you can see that our CBO is on £1,000 a day, and we've got 3 of these running a day. So that's £3,000 a day. Now, if you look at the bid strategy, this is extremely important. The bid strategy is cost cap. Now, this is extremely important for those that don't know what this means. Now, cost cap means that I am controlling the actual bid for the bidding strategy on Facebook. Now, this is extremely important, because if you're doing high ticket and Facebook ads isn't working well for you on lowest cost, then you might want to change it to cost cap, because sometimes Facebook might not bid enough for you to acquire the right customer. So you have to play with the bids. The cost cap has to be changed for you to see the right customer. Now, this is extremely complicated, but if you're used to Google ads, then you'll be used to cost cap. And the same rules technically apply to Facebook than they do on Google. So if you watch the Google ads course that I showed you about, we'll teach you about cost cap, and just learn that and apply it to Facebook, and you should be fine. But cost cap should only be used worst case scenario. So if you're using your normal ad strategy, but you're just changing the budget to actually change it from 50 to 100 because you're doing high ticket, or from 50 to 200, then the only thing, if that doesn't work, is potentially try using cost cap, because that's what works well for us. And I do find that with Facebook ads, fashion stores work extremely well on Facebook. I don't know what it is, but Facebook works better for us on this store than it does for Google. But that's not every high ticket. Sometimes Google works better, but normally for fashion, Facebook ads is just amazing. Let's talk about influencers for high ticket drop shipping. Now, I use a website called Collabstar. I've talked about these guys a lot. I do find them the best to find good influencers. Now, what platforms work the best for high ticket drop shipping for influencer? I tend to find YouTube does work the best for this type of drop shipping, just because the people that go on YouTube tend to have more money. And if you're thinking about like the tech industry, YouTube's massive for that, and the furniture industry, YouTube's massive for that. So I do find that YouTube influencers are the best, but it doesn't mean that these other ones won't be great. Instagram influencers are also great, but I do find YouTube is the best. Now, with YouTube influencers, they do charge a lot more money than other influencers on other platforms, so do bear that in mind. Now, the other thing that you need to take into consideration is when you are going to influencers with a high ticket product, you must do this. You must ask them, what is the most expensive product that you've promoted on your social media platforms? So let's say we go to this person here for a post. They might turn around and say, the most expensive product that we've tried advertising for an influencer for a project is around about $50. Now, if you're selling a product for $300, can his audience realistically go up to that price and buy? You don't know. So it might be worth asking them, well, who is your audience? What's the average age? Where are they from? What countries are they watching from? Because depending on the country, depends on the GDP, of course. So these are things that you must ask. Now, again, if they find out that you are selling a high ticket product, they might, instead of charging you $100, they might charge you $200 because there's more risk involved. Now, if they try and increase the price because of the high ticket product, then you might want to say to them, look, we'll pay you the $100, your flat fee, and then we'll go 30, 70 on the sale. So if we generate 5 sales through you, we'll give you 30%. And if you generate 30 sales, we'll give you 40%. So work on a commission basis after the initial fee if they want an initial fee because of the price of the product. So when it comes to influencers for high ticket dropshipping, you do need to spend a lot more time learning the influencer, understanding their audience, understanding have they got the capability of actually selling these products, and bearing in mind that YouTube is probably the best platform for this. So guys, that was my beginner's guide for high ticket dropshipping in 2022, and that's the exact strategy that we're using to achieve $100,000 with one of our high ticket dropshipping stores. Let me know what you thought of today's video. Let me know what you want to see on this channel about high ticket. Do you want a dedicated video about finding winners? Do you want a dedicated video about a scaling strategy using cost cap on Facebook? Let me know in the comment section below.